like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Club Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle.
Hey, it's your co-host that does it the most, man. It's your boy Rick Masters at Rick Masters 23 on Instagram, Rick Masters everywhere else. We got the shirts. You see it behind me, the red, the black, the white tanks, man. $25 a pop, $5 for shipping and handling. Also, BJ, why you ain't let your boy know? Now we got sweaters out here. So now we got sweaters and hoodies. $30 a pop. Shipping and handling fee. It lets you know that B Jizzle stays on top of the game, man. Producing with these good accessories that we know y'all love, man. So hit us up in our DMs. B Jizzle, let's go.
Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up on our social media page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Twitter, TikTok, as well as we do have new shirts and new sweatshirts available. Even though it is the summertime, if you want to be inside your house, come up your home, you can wear the long sleeve sweaters in your house where you have the AC blasted. You know what I'm saying? Those will be sold for $35 a pop. All right, that includes shipping and handling wherever you are. But let's get into it, Rick. We got the game right behind me. I'm gonna take this banner off so people can see it. The game right behind me, the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics. The NBA Finals just happened on Thursday. All right, just happened on Thursday. We talked about this for like an hour right after the game, and we discussed a lot of things that went wrong and went right. So I'm gonna give you more of the floor today about what went wrong because I kind of did my video this week. What did you feel? First of all, Boston, what did they do right, and what did Golden State do wrong on both sides? Let me hear it from you.
First of all, let me congratulate Boston Celtics. Okay, they played phenomenal. I mean, to go in somebody's house and to just keep playing through all the adversity and all the offensive strategies and defensive things coming their way. I mean, dude, I got to give it to the Celtics. They just kept playing. Now, as far as what they did wrong, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really think I would say they did anything wrong. I think far as consistency would be their, enemy right now. When I say consistency, I do bring up more of Tatum. I mean, let's see here. Looking at NBA.com, the brother only had 12 points. I mean, if that's supposed to be a superstar, we're gonna need more than that. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on that team in double digits, regardless of who's the superstar or not, 9 times out of 10, man, that team's gonna win. So Celtics, besides consistency, I think they did pretty good. That the coaching from all the way down, they did pretty good. Now, Golden State is what I want to get on. We already talked about this a little bit, BJ, after the game. What I'm not understanding is how, like, Golden State knows this is the finals. They know that. Okay, this is literally a epitome of your greatness, of your legacy, of things to come, and when people talk about you later. And literally, Curry looked like he showed up. Curry started off the game, man. A man had 20-something points. First quarter, brother is balling, and then for some reason they do good all the way up to the third quarter, and then fourth quarter comes around, and that's where things get bad. Literally. How do you let a team go 40 points and 16 points? So you only score 16 in the fourth, and they score 40 in the fourth. Okay, and then on top of that, where was Thompson? All right, where was Poole? Where was Green? I mean, Green was trying to play, but I think he plays, like you said, Beaches. He plays a little too wild for that system. Where's Curry's help? Because I'm going to tell you what, Curry has bad ankles. Curry is aging. Curry's going to get tired if you overuse him. So at the end of the day, if these other guys don't show up and you're playing a team like the Boston Celtics and they show up for the most part, may not be as consistent, but at least they show up. Warriors, I mean, you're damn near going to give the ring away, man. But B Jizzle, what you think about what I'm saying so far?
Nah, all facts you what you're saying, bro. Honestly, what you were talking about, what you touched on, first of all, with Golden State, all the points you made were facts. First off, Klay Thompson, he had a mediocre game. I think he had, what did he have, 15, 17 points, something like that. But I saw a lot of his shots were bad shots because you're trying to use him as an off the ball handler instead of a catch and shoot player. And when you do that, that's not Klay Thompson's game. His game is to come off screens, cross screens, down, pin down screens. When you put him in a situation where you're trying to handle the ball and try to pull up and shoot, you're tiring him out. You know what I mean? So that contributes to the other end on defense. If you have him run off screens instead of, dribbling the ball, crossing over, you're going to have him more fresh for the other side. Jordan Poole went 2 for 9 from the field, had 9 points. I expect him to pick that up, man. Honestly, what I saw with Jordan Poole, the Celtics would be trying to be physical with him. Peyton Pritchard and Marcus Smart, as well as Derek White, all try to be physical with Jordan Poole because they understand what he is. He's probably the fastest dude with the ball in the NBA. So you got to get into him. You got to make him feel you. And Boston does a great job being physical. So I think Jordan Poole just had an off game. I expect him to pick it up. As far as Steph is concerned, what I did see, he was hot in the first quarter. He had like 6 3-pointers in the first quarter at 18 points. And for what I know about Steph Curry, bro, he's one of those players you got to continuously let him play. Meaning what? If you take him out the game and you take him out of his rhythm, he has to try to find his rhythm back. Because I kind of had to rewatch the game. I'm like, Steph Curry, he was in the game for the whole first quarter. Then they sit him out. Steve Kerr sits him out for like 5-6 minutes straight in the second. And I'm like, you're breaking his momentum. You're breaking his rhythm. Like, players like certain players that when you take them out when they hot, they get cold, they get stiff. They're on the bench for too long. And what I've noticed with Steph, you have to keep that fire going. You can't take him out. He's not like a Kevin Durant. He's not like a Kawhi Leonard. He's not like a Kobe or LeBron where you can just put him in at any time and he's going to find his rhythm back because he's still 6'3", he's still undersized. So you have to have a player in Steph Curry, you have to keep that fire going. You have to keep that going. And my thing is, he played 38 minutes. Mm-hmm. He's in great condition. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he can play 42 to 46 minutes. I feel like he could because this is the finals. We saw Jimmy Butler just do that in Miami. He played 48 minutes in Game 7, 46 minutes in Game 6. So it's like, these guys, this is the time for you to give heavy minutes to your players. So I feel like Golden State made a lot of errors. I think they will clean it up. But tell me some stuff Boston did to kind of cut off Golden State's water.
The biggest thing they did to cut off their water is points off of turnovers. 21 points. 21 points off of turnovers. So Golden State made 14 turnovers, and they got 21 points off of that. Now, this is how I actually like to think. Let's just hypothetically say, people, that, okay, 14 turnovers. All right, that's 2 points. That's 28 points. Well, I mean, Celtics hit 21 of those 28. So they really capitalized off of those turnovers. That's the point I'm making. So that's the first way that they capitalized, man, as far as cutting that water off. The second thing here, I mean, Jesus, man, like, I guess the Celtics are a better assist team. I mean, I didn't really see that coming, but 33 assists, that'll do it for you. You know what I mean? Far as, and we already know Pritchard. Now, one thing you did mention, that little Pritchard guy, BJ, that dude sets up and shoots, I get nervous. I'm like, oh, man, because that thing goes straight through the net. And then Marcus Smart, ain't nobody tell me he got threes like that. Like, he was kind of consistent with the threes as well. And then now White, the point guard, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a believer yet, but he was hitting them. And then what's his name? I can't believe the biggest dude of the night. Where he at? Horford. Now this is where their water really got cut off. Because BJ, at first I was thinking to myself, okay, because you made a good point the other night when we were talking. I said, well, I'm like, Horford, nice. I said, but he shouldn't be the reason why the Celtics are like, it's like, I'm okay with Brown or Tatum. Brown, maybe even Marcus Smart at this point. But like you said before, it's like, no, like, my man, Horford shouldn't be balling out of control in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? So, what you about to say, BJ? Like you saying something, I can't hear you.
Oh, no, you keep going, bro. Keep going.
Oh, okay. So I was just sitting there like, I was at home that night after we talked, and I was like, man, I was like, nah, like Horford can ball, but you made a very good point because it's like, no, Horford shouldn't be doing that. Horford, if anything, should be worried about the paint, cut people off, playing defense, maybe getting some, easy pass outs to the guards on the threes, something like that. But they actually had him as the main man. So here's my thing. The Celtics cut the Warriors off because the Warriors, and we talked about this, and I kind of want you to go into this now. The Warriors don't really have a true big man. What do you think? What do you think about that statement?
I think they don't, and that's the only thing they don't have is the true big man. I think Looney has been playing up to his I think he's been playing over his potential. Even with him, he's a hustler. He's not the dude that's going to score like 20, 25 points and like 15. He's a guy who's going to get boards and he's going to, try to do his job. But they don't have a big man. They rely a lot on their 3-point shooting and ball movement. That's what the Warriors have been for like the last, I don't know, 7, 8 years. Since Steph Curry's been in rivals with Klay Thompson, their whole cornerstone is outside shooting. Now, before they did have big men. They had Andrew Bogut, Zaza Pachulia, JaVale McGee, big men with the Warriors before. But now with James Wiseman, their rookie sensational center out, they're relying a lot on their outside scoring, outside shooting. Now, here's the thing about Golden State. They do well, though. People get it twisted that they're just an offensive team. They got defenders on that team. And this is why I feel like Steve Kerr also needs to make an adjustment for game 2. He needs to play Gary Payton II more. Even though he just came off that injury, you cleared him to play for game 1. Okay, you didn't play him. Game 2, you should be able to insert him in the game. He's a guy that can stop Derek White because Derek White was getting a lot of open looks. He's going to take pride on defense. He's going to be an energetic guy. Put GP in the game for Derek White or for give him some minutes. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think Jonathan Kuminga can be good. Jonathan Kuminga for Otto Porter Jr. and Andre Iguodala. Iguodala played, I think, 21 minutes, bro. Iguodala ain't the same Iguodala in the finals. You got to use some youth because Jaylen Brown was pretty much cooking Otto Porter Jr. in that fourth quarter, a 7-0 run by himself, and that's what got him back in the game. The whole reason the Celtics won is because they made that 17-0 run with Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins on that bench. But if you got defenders like Gary Payton II as well as Jonathan Kuminga, you can somewhat afford to, not be hitting shots. But the problem is you weren't only not hitting shots in the fourth quarter, but you didn't have your scores in the game. So you're pretty much putting yourself in a hole, Steve Kerr. So you got to have Jonathan Kuminga and Gary Payton II. But to answer your question again, no, the Warriors do not have a true center, bro. And I think that's what they're going to have to – that's what they're rolling with. I think they understand that. But you got to be able to have defense in there when your offense ain't clicking.
Man, so not only do they not have a center, but Curry ankles are weak. And we're going to need some stronger ankles. So if we know we're dealing with a person with weak ankles, I mean, now what made me think was, okay, and that was a joke, y'all. What made me think was Green, we're going to need a little bit more from him because I brought this up to you as well the other night. I said, Green can't keep skating by. All right, we're going to need some more points. We're going to need some more buckets. Like, we're going to need more something going on with you. You can't just be bringing the ball down all wild and then passing the ball. Like, we need something to where if I set a screen, right, and then you come off, either I can roll, I can cut, I can pop out for a shot. I need to generate some type of offense because Green, man, when he ain't helping. He's not helping, man. Like I'm telling you, and all this taking off fast stuff is just not working against a team like the Celtics, man. But what do you like in your mind? What do you feel about Green staying or going from Golden State at this point, especially if they lose?
Oh man, they gonna keep. I mean, what I've come to realize, bro, honestly, like they're gonna keep that core as it is because of the history, right? We gotta understand something, and I hear this about Golden State Warriors fans a lot. The reason why they praise Steph Curry so much is because people gotta remember before Steph Curry got there, before that trio with Clay and Draymond Green got there, Warriors were terrible. They were not a very good team. They had the We Believe team with Baron Davis, Monta Ellis, and guys like that when they eliminated the Mavs in '07, Steven Jackson, Al Harrington. But for the most part, the Warriors have not been a franchise about winning. There was a time I remember that somebody told me that they were giving away Warriors tickets. Like, just here, just go and take the tickets. Please come to the game. Just come support us. Like, that's how
Take
bad it
those
was.
Knicks.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. But now these tickets are like $500 for nosebleeds for the finals, man. Like, everybody loves the Warriors. This is just a worldwide thing, and that has to do with the trio of Steph, Clay, and Draymond. They brought that culture there. So I feel like what's going to happen is for Draymond to leave, he's going to have to request to go, and I don't see that happening. You know, Steph is 33, Clay is 31, Draymond I think is 31 as well. So they're going to stay together, and I think they have enough pieces coming in with Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton. Um, I don't. They got guys on that team. They're going to still be a competitive team for years to come. Um, but I think it's a close knit group. It's a bond, and I don't see Draymond leaving that team honestly. But I will say this: as much as Draymond is the anchor to that team, he can also be the detriment and the downfall because of his emotions, because of the way that he plays, always hard, physical. The problem with him is he allows his emotions to get him in trouble. I'm surprised these refs ain't giving him no text. As much as he be yelling at in their face and everything, what I'm saying that's a foul and da da. If that was me or you, tech. Back to the showers, but they let Draymond get away with so much. But as far as Draymond leaving, I don't see him leaving, man. I think he's gonna stay there. I think he's a Warrior for life. Um, Let me ask you this question: what do you see Game 2 looking like tonight? What do you see the predictions? Who's gonna do what? And as well as who you think is gonna be the big performer?
Curry, the baby face assassin, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, yeah, they didn't play a good game in the first game, but I'm gonna tell you what, Curry did. Curry played a great game. And I think he's the most underrated superstar in today's NBA. I really do. I think people just I don't know if it's because he's the babyface assassin. I don't know if it's because he light skinned. I don't know if because his wife always takes the show away and says stuff on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, like people don't focus on Curry and realize that this dude is that dude. And I just feel, and he's shown himself plenty of times in this league that the minute you try to sleep on him, that's when he really shows up. That's when he shows out. And then it's like he mentally messes with you. He'll start shooting threes from half court on you just to mess with you. So I feel like Curry's really going to come out hard. I think, they had a good talk after game one. At least I would think so. They would have a good talk, get back on the same page, get that team chemistry going. And I think Curry about to have a phenomenal night, man. And I think Thompson, I think Poole, I think Wiggins, I think these guys are going to come out and have a pretty good night as well. I really just see Curry like bringing it and the rest of his team supporting him like they should have did in the first game. Because you know what? After getting beat like that at home, when you've been winning the whole time at home, I think it will kind of bring you back down and kind of refocus. So, I think Curry about to take over, man. Babyface assassin, like my man Maestro Chris said. Okay, I can't hear you, yo.
Oh yeah, that's my dude, Chris Maestro. That's Rico. That's my barber out here, man. Out here in Cali, man. Shout out to him. But he all Steph Curry all day. He loves Steph. But I want to give a shout out to the real Eleazy, bro, my Bay Area homie. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know who real Eleazy is, follow him on his YouTube page. I got it right here. You know what I'm saying? He's a Golden State Warrior fan. He's a Bay Area baby through and through. But he breaks down the game of basketball to a T, bro. Um, and if y'all don't want it, if y'all want to know about the Golden State Warriors through and through, follow his page, bro. That's a must. That's a requirement. But let me get on let me get on the coach for a little bit, man. Steve Kerr, you gotta manage Steph Curry's minutes, bro. You cannot allow Steph Curry to sit on the bench for more than, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes at a time. You can't take him out the game when his momentum going. When the fire is hot, you gotta keep him in the game. You cannot allow for him to be out for 4, 5, 6 minutes because Steph Curry, if you do that, like I said earlier, you're gonna put him in a position he has to find his rhythm. He's not a Kevin Durant. He's not a Kawhi Leonard. He's not a LeBron. He's not a Kobe, where he's big enough and he's like he can take over the game with his physicality. He's a shooter, bro. He's gonna have nights where he's off. He might have a game where he's like 10 for 12, and he might have a game where he's like 3 for like 15. That's just how he is because he shoots so many threes. Even the greatest 3-point shooter of all time is gonna have an off night. At the end of the day, bro, Steve Kerr has to be able to coach this team and manage his minutes better. But I think again, the keys for the game for the Golden State Warriors tonight, they gotta lock up on defense. They need to play Gary Payton II and Jonathan Kuminga more minutes to guard Derek White and Jaylen Brown, as well as they just got to be able to run off Al Horford off that line. Like you said earlier, bro, Al Horford should not be hitting all those points like he did. Wide open threes, no contesting, no energy, no defense. That's how Boston came back in the game with that 17-0 run. That's just what happened. So you can't have mistakes like that. I believe Golden State went home and watched the film, and they'll be ready tonight to, take a big win in the Bay Area.
Yo, all I got to say is, salute, players for keeps 20, salute. All I got to say is, if these cats lose this next game, if the Warriors lose, look, I don't know what to tell you. Because I know the Celtics are going to be hungry coming out tonight. And the reason why I say they're going to be hungry is because you already fed them for free on the first game. So they smell the blood. And then in the second game, you know they're going to come ready. Right. And don't let them beat you 2 times at your house. Because if that happens, oh my good. Bro, I don't know if everybody on this panel, everybody that's in the chat box right now, watch them Celtics games. Them home games be intense.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, man, Thompson, Poole, Green, Curry, Looney Tunes, Wiggins, Gary Payton, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Y'all all better show up. Because if you don't, BJ faces at 6, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because if y'all don't show up, it's gonna be a wrap. All right, it's gonna be a wrap. The real elite. Hey, he said, yo, they coming. Kuminga and what do you say, GP2? He said they coming. So, man, look, BJ, what you thinking, man? What you thinking?
Like I'm about to say, bro, the Celtics ain't been good at home. That's the thing that Warriors they got a chip. The thing about it is, if you look at every series outside of Brooklyn, they lost 2 against Milwaukee without Chris Middleton. They lost 2 against Miami in games 3 and 6 against Miami Heat. And they probably gonna lose. I'm pretty sure they're gonna lose 1 at least against this Golden State team. Because what I figured out with Boston, bro, this thing I figured out with them. When they're a team that actually has the odds against them, they seem to play they weird. They play up when the odds are against them. But when they have, all the momentum, they have all the trust of the media. We say, okay, Boston's about to close it. They somehow fumble the bag. So I'm like, it's kind of in a weird way it plays in Golden State's hands, like that Boston won game 1, because I'm going to tell you something. Now, all Golden State has to do is win tonight. I feel like they're going to win game 3. Because now it's like, okay, Boston got the momentum. Oh, we're going to win these games back home. I still don't trust Boston, bro. I don't trust Boston. I don't trust them. Really easy to say, how do I donate, bro? What I'm gonna do, bro, I'm gonna put the link inside the description box. But for right now, man, we kind of just building right now. So when we get to that time to donate, we're gonna definitely accept that. We appreciate y'all, man. We really do. We do appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the real one, bro. I tell you, really easy. Follow him on his YouTube page. Funny. charismatic dude, fan from the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? And knowledgeable of the game. Knowledgeable of the game. But so what's the score tonight, bro? What you got?
Yo, man, this is what I'm thinking. Okay. We got, I'm going to say 127 to 95. Warriors winning.
Hey, man, listen.
Go put a spanking on him, man. Curry coming back out angry.
No, but you know what? This is what I think gonna happen. Curry gonna do his thing. He's Steph Curry. But I think like Jordan Poole gonna come out because I don't think it was so much. I think the physicality did him, but I still think Jordan Poole can score on Derek White and Peyton Pritchard whenever he wants to, bro. Not just going off of instinct and not just thinking about it, just going for it, bro. Jordan Poole is the fastest dude in the league with the basketball. My boy Rico said that he's the fastest. I had to really think about that. And I'm like, yeah, Poole is the fastest dude with the league with the ball. So it's like no one should be able to sit inside of you. Nobody should be able to stay in front of you. But he's the key for the Warriors tonight, in my opinion. Y'all know what I'm saying? But, bro, you got anything else to say before we close it down?
Hey, man, I just want to make a shout out to everybody on the panel right now. The real E. Leezy said 117 to 105 Warriors, so at least we both picked Warriors. Then I got Warriors winning by 8, Curry as the leading scorer, maybe. Tune in sports. So a lot of us are saying Warriors beat Jizzle. Andres Doval, all due respect, BJ, Curry needs to help to win the series. Curry can play 40-plus minutes, but that is not going to be enough. Warriors win tonight because Celtics don't need this game. What do you think he meant by that?
So, in my opinion, what I think he's saying is, first of all, shout out to that comment, Andres. Curry do need help this series because Boston is very deep from top to bottom. They're a talented team, right? They're very talented. They got wings, they got shooting, they got scoring. They got a hell of a coach in Ime Udoka. They got leadership and toughness. But when I say Curry can play 40-plus minutes, that's not going to be enough. What I'm saying is, if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm not worried about Curry getting hurt. The dude is probably the most well-conditioned athlete in the league. So it's like, I can play him 45, 46 minutes. But I'm saying there are other players going to come with it. Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Draymond Green. I don't expect them to play bad for the whole series, bro. They too experienced. They too seasoned, bro. They know what time it is. They know the moment they in. They going to come out and play well game 2, and they're going to carry on for the rest of the series, bro. And if they do that, the Warriors are going to be in great shape.
Well, let's see. The Warriors winning. All right, so everybody pretty much saying the Warriors are winning. Maestro Chris said Boston is deep. But hey, everybody, I already know that the Warriors, you know what I'm saying, they're going to come with it. Get our shirts, the pull-up basketball podcast shirts, black, red. BJ has the red one on. We got the white. We got the white tanks, $25 a pop. Hey, $5 for shipping and handling. BJ said we got the sweaters, the hoodies. Now, is it 35, BJ? Is it 35 for the sweaters or like 35?
Yeah, if y'all do want to do, show some love to the podcast, bro. If y'all want a shirt, anybody want a shirt, bro, I'll get y'all shirts from any size, white, black, or red, any sizes, and I'll ship that to y'all for $35 no matter where y'all at, bro. I will post the Cash App inside the description box after this video. If y'all want to get a shirt, that's how y'all can show love to the podcast, bro. We really appreciate y'all coming in, though.
All right, man. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Follow us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Twitter, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Get our shirts, you know what I'm saying? $35 a pop, as well as sweatshirts, whatever y'all may have you. And I'm going to put our cash up inside the description box. With that being said, respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull out. Peace. Out of here like swim. Wow.